traveling around the way, from Nashville to Mobile, ALA. A whole lot of working for a little bit of money. The bills and the taxes take everything from me. If I'm lucky, there's a little left over. Digging for some change down deep in the...
I want to welcome everybody back to the Red Zone Faction. I'm your host, Scott Wilson. Today I just really wanted to come on and talk about the interviews that we did over the last couple of weeks. I wanted to thank each and everyone for coming out, starting with Franklin and Corey, and then behind them Alan and Sam, Jay and Doug, and then of course my brother Travis. Thank you all for coming out. Most importantly, I'd like to thank my wife and my kids. Christy was a huge help in making sure all this happened. So thank you, baby. I appreciate it. I really hope everybody enjoyed it as much as I did. We had some mishaps, some miscues, but I think at the end of the day, everything worked out great. I really like the way everything turned out. I'm ready for round two. With the draft coming up, hopefully we can put something together. I know there was a couple of people who didn't get to participate that wanted to. There's plenty of room left open for you. We can still do this. It's not over. We're just getting started. It's March. Come September, we're going to be rolling. This is kind of why I started it when I did, to go ahead and get the ball rolling before football season, because everybody knows, if you ever lived with me, worked with me, been around me during football season, Mr. Talkative, Mr. Excited, so I get the ball rolling in September. It'll be fun. I look forward to it. The draft's coming up. It's like NFL.com is all over about the draft today, as well as ESPN when it comes to NFL football. Not a whole lot to talk about. Like I said, everybody's getting ready for the draft. Everybody's trying to decipher who's going to take who, what pick or whatever, trade. I was just reading on here. It looks like the Patriots are targeting the Saints number 11 pick for Malcolm Butler. If the Saints make this move, it's total Saints. Haven't they done enough to help New England already and hurt themselves? Because that's what they did with the Brandon Cooks trade. Saints, stop. Really. I think Saints fans should agree with me on that. You're going to give up your number 11 pick for Malcolm Butler? Really? I mean, I know you need DB help, but at that cost? Really? No, I don't think so. Nothing else really to report on NFL Network. ESPN, like I said, it's pretty much the same deal. They're getting ready for the draft. A little bit of free agency talk. AP's still out there. People are wondering where he's going to go. At this point, I have no idea. I think the Raiders end up with either Lynch or AP. And as much as I like AP, Lynch is from Oakland. And I think that is a fit I would love to see. Lynch in Oakland, man. I mean, as if New England wasn't doing so much, I'd say watch out for Oakland. Oakland's doing really well in the offseason. I just don't know if they can get past New England, because New England just got stronger and they just won a Super Bowl. LeGarrette Blount's also still out there. He can end up with the Raiders. It's really interesting to see where he's going to go. I'm surprised he's not already signed. I'm really surprised by that. Adrian Peterson turns 32 today. I'm really anxious to see where Deshaun Watson goes. I've seen a couple of mocks that have him going to San Diego. I hope not. Hate to see any quarterback. I was high on Philip Rivers coming out, and I hated to see him go there. Even with the, everybody remembers that trade and that draft with him and Eli Manning. I don't like seeing quarterbacks end up in San Diego, because I know they're not going to, they're never going to have a chance to contend in San Diego. That's why Eli didn't want to go there. I think Philip Rivers is a phenomenal quarterback. He was when they got him. He has been. He's been that franchise quarterback for that organization for a while. And what has he done? Has he been to the playoffs? San Diego just doesn't. They don't do enough as an organization to get over the hump. They just do not do enough. They never have. They settle for mediocrity, and I don't even know if it's that half the time. But Deshaun Watson's there, and I'd really like to see where he's going. I've seen him mock there. I've seen him mock to San Diego. I'm looking at a mock now where it has him going to Houston. Maybe they don't get Burmo after all, and Houston decides to go with Deshaun Watson. That'd be a good fit for him. I like Deshaun Watson. I'm a huge Deshaun Watson fan. I think he's just phenomenal. There's a meme on here of Vladimir Putin with Brady's jersey on a horse. That is awesome. The Russians did it. I do not want Deshaun Watson in Cleveland. I know that. Two organizations I hate to see quarterbacks go to: San Diego and Cleveland. in Jacksonville. I hope everybody enjoyed the interviews. If you haven't got a chance to watch all of them, the only one that's a little drawn out is the part 1 of the Sam and Allen. I encourage you to watch the part 2. That's my favorite part of that. It's really good. We're just talking. The questions are over at that point. We're just talking football. Doug and Jay, we talked about Cincinnati. We talked about Indianapolis. We talked about Michigan and Auburn. And the miscues of both of them, as well as the wasn't much positive from Doug on Auburn, but I know he's optimistic whether he wants to admit it or not. That's still his team, and he'll pull for him, win or lose. Jay was mostly positive about Michigan, as he should be. He's a big Wolverines fan, has been for a while. I know, at least as long as I've known him, he's always been go blue. You know, going all the way back to the Franklin Corey interview. We talked about Auburn again. We talked about Adrian Peterson a lot. Plenty to talk about in these interviews. And then my brother comes up last, and his interview was nice, laid back. It was almost like it was a shrink. He was laid back on the couch, and he was just kind of venting about Auburn and telling all his dislikes about what's going on with the coaching staff and the play calling. And it's a really good interview. Really love getting their opinions on college football, Auburn, and seeing where they're at. Because I mean, I see Alabama every day. I don't have to hear about Alabama. I'm an Alabama fan. So hearing from the other guys coming from the other side of the state, I like to hear their opinions on what's going on with their teams. But I really enjoyed it, and I really hope everybody else enjoyed it as much as I did. What I look forward to next is I'll be doing a roundtable setup. We'll all be here at the desk, probably talking more fantasy football, draft. Well, if we do the draft first, we'll do the draft first, and then it'll be more of a fantasy football setting. We'll be talking about, you know, the fantasy football draft and who's going where. We'll also be doing the drawings on here when we randomly select numbers for who's picking where in each draft. One for the Lost Tribe of Alabama and the other for the Red Zone faction. We'll be doing both of those live drawings here on the podcast with whoever decides to show up on those days. Last year we did this on camera. We had a huge turnout. But we were not YouTubing yet. It was before the YouTube days. So I encourage everybody to watch that when that happens. That I will let everybody know when that podcast is coming. Please be sure to hop over to the redzonefaction.com and check out all our content. We've got all of our interviews posted on the front page, as well as the podcast page. You can catch us on YouTube, our YouTube by YouTube channel, The Red Zone Faction. You can email me at theredzonefaction@yahoo.com if you'd like to come on the show. Send me an email. Just get in touch with me if you want to come on. We'll set a time, date up. Like I said, draft's coming up. We got plenty to talk about. There's plenty going on in the world of sports. We don't have to talk about football. If you want to talk about baseball, we can do that. If you want to talk about basketball or hockey, we can do that. Even though I'm probably not going to have a whole lot to say, especially about hockey. You can talk about basketball, but hockey's probably not happening. Not down. I live in Mobile, Alabama. There's no hockey down here. Not a whole lot happening. It's that time of year where there's not a whole lot to discuss. So putting shows on here and doing something every single day like I was doing, it's kind of it's hard to do when there's not a whole lot to talk about, and I certainly don't want to waste your time. This really was just me coming out, thanking you guys for giving me part of your day off, and my wife for doing everything she did. She did a lot for me this whole podcast, so I just wanted to really come out and thank all of those people. I can't thank them enough for giving me what they gave me. So thank y'all again, and look forward to doing it again soon. Like I said, for those that get to participate, get with me. We'll do it. Just get with me and we'll talk. But for now, this is the Red Zone Faction. I'm Scott Wilson. Remember, like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow.
I'm also